I want to talk to all my couples who are married and who are facing betrayal. When you find out you're betrayed or you've been betrayed, you are so upset. Your whole world is turned upside down. And one of the decisions that the partner who's betrayed can make that has devastating results is trying a revenge affair. I don't think they go into it for the idea of having a connection. In fact, I know they don't. They go into it as a way of righting the wrong or taking over justice or trying to make the score even, causing their partner the same amount of pain they had. I want you to understand some facts about revenge affairs, because remember, a lot of my work, a lot of my practice is helping couples who have gone through infidelity get back on track and try to salvage their marriage. But if you take the tactic of trying a revenge affair, you're ripping that gap open even further. The wound is going to go deeper, and it's going to make it much more complicated, much more almost impossible to fix the marriage or to work on the marriage to make improvements so that you can rebuild that trust. So let's talk about what revenge sex or revenge affair is. First of all, it's a form of retaliation. No matter how you look at it, it's a way for you to get back and to hurt your partner in the same way you were hurt. It's driven by intense emotion. Nobody just goes out and does that, because you have to plan it, you have to look for it, you have to find the opportunity and seize it. It's not about new connections. In fact, the person you have a revenge affair with usually means nothing to you, which is not good for that person you're using, nor is it going to be good for you in the long run. It complicates the healing process. That makes sense. I mean, it has to. Basically, you're putting yourself in a terrible situation. You're becoming the lowest form of yourself, exactly what you're accusing your partner who had an affair on you did. It indicates a breakdown of communication. If you need to use sex as a way to get back at your partner, think about what it says about you. It says you too have a character flaw. You too can cross a line of despair. You too can take a tactic, make a choice that hurts someone so much that it may be impossible for them to forgive you for this. It leads to a negative psychological effect. You may feel good in the moment, although I doubt it. You're going to feel really bad a couple of weeks, couple of months after you do that, when it all comes to light what the two of you have stooped to defend what you thought you deserved. Revenge affairs are extremely selfish, perhaps as selfish as, if not more, than the person who betrayed you, that affair. It can become a cycle, like tit for tat. You do this to me, I do this to you. Who is going to want to stay in a marriage that is built on that kind of a pattern or cycle? And there can be a better way of handling infidelity. I want to remind you, there are ways to handle infidelity, to express your hurt, to learn how to deal with it so that you can basically come to terms with what happened. The two of you can sit down and can contain the damage. So 5 reasons I want you to avoid having a revenge affair. The first one, it's going to perpetuate the pain. Whatever pain we need to go through in counseling, in getting better after an affair, revenge affairs make that pain much deeper, because now I don't only have one client who has a character flaw, who made a terrible choice. Now I have two people who are married together, 2 people who have to learn to trust each other again. You can see why this is going to be very difficult. It erodes trust. Any trust that a therapist could have helped you build on after an affair, you've just eroded it. You've shown the therapist as well as your partner that you're not to be trusted either, that you too can make a choice that can hurt your partner. I mean, that's one thing we always respected about you, is you stood strong. You couldn't believe your partner did this. You had a standard you held them up to. When you have a revenge affair, you just lower your standard, lower self-respect. When we survey people who have revenge affairs, we find out they have a very low self-esteem. And it's going to be very hard for a therapist to work with two people because we know cheaters usually have a lower self-esteem. Now we have two people with a very low self-esteem. It's much harder. Where is the catalyst? Where is the strong person that we can rely on and build on? It complicates resolution. I mean, you can blame your partner all you want for the terrible choice they made, but look what you just did. You took it to a whole nother level down. So it makes it much more difficult for either party to believe and trust the other one. And you miss an opportunity for growth. When you have a revenge affair, instead of stepping back and really thinking and talking about how you feel, about how this betrayal made you feel about the trust you had, about the vision you shared, now we've got to work with your decision that basically takes the marriage in another direction of hurt and pain and betrayal. So as a therapist, I'm really encouraging couples now going through infidelity to please not make the choice for a revenge affair. It will not help. It's not going to make you feel better, not going to make you feel more worthwhile, not going to make you feel more desirous to other people. It's going to make you feel worse about yourself, worse about your marriage, and worse about your partner. If this video is helpful for you, please subscribe. And if you're already a subscriber, thank you so much.